Blake Buterin, his first year as manager of a major league team. Buterin, again, the 33-year-old, the 8th manager in Nationals history.
And there's a Calder Shield numbers for Paul this year. 4th start here. 2nd start at home, 2nd in a row. 5.25 ERA. A strikeout an inning. 1 home run allowed.
Defense behind him. Connor Griffin, Brandon Lau up the middle, with Nick York and Spencer Horwitz on the corners. O'Neill Cruz, the center fielder. Jake Mangum is in left field. Ryan Reynolds will DH tonight. Ryan O'Hearn is in right. Within Furniture Mattress Pirates defense, here is James Wood, is named the National League's Player of the Week.
Go Crash, give the business. No high cheese. Go Paul.
Two of the biggest leadoff men in baseball battling it out here in this series. James Wood, 6'6" right fielder, and 6'7" center fielder O'Neill Cruz. Wood last year 31 homers, 94 RBIs.
Both guys in the home run derby last year too.
Yeah. Good to see Skeens get out ahead 0-2. He's had a little bit of trouble putting some people away early. Sure gets that pitch count up a bit. So he'd probably like to do that.
He's going to have 8 of 9 left-handers to work with, to go against, I should say, in this lineup for the Washington Nationals.
He takes care of James Wood.
That's the kind of start you want. We saw Paul Skeens get off to a terrific start last time out against the San Diego Padres. This one, the slider, just running in. Hitters have to deal with a little bit of shadows in dead center field early on in the game.
His next strikeout, by the way, will be his 400th of his career. Luis Garcia Jr., the left-hand hitting first baseman. A lot of lefties in the lineup, and including switch hitters. All but Jacob Young will bat left-handed against Skeens. Change up.
Back-to-back changeups right there. Well, there's one thing you know about teams like the Nationals that have a lot of young hitters. A lot of times they want to ambush. We saw both guys, both Wood and now Luis Garcia Jr. swing at the first pitch. So Paul's doing what he can here to make sure that he's not giving freebie fastballs in the heart of the zone.
Out in front, 1-2. Back to that changeup, doesn't get a chase. 398 strikeouts through his first 58 major league starts. Looking to become the first Pirate pitcher and one of just 20 major leaguers in the modern era with at least 400 strikeouts in his first 59 career starts, and he does it.
4 or 5 pitches in that at bat were changeups. You wonder if that's going to be what he leans on today with all these lefties in the lineup. He struck Wood out with a really good slider, and look at the spin on this. Sits right there on the edge. No chance for Garcia.
400th career strikeout for Paul Skeens. And now C.J. Abrams. There's a fastball, 99 miles an hour.
He might have had a case if he challenged this one. Haven't seen many teams challenge super early in the game unless they're absolutely sure. We saw one on our side yesterday in that game, didn't we, Greg?
Yeah.
First or second inning.
Yeah, it was the first inning, I think.
It was O'Hearn, I believe, right?
I believe. 1-2.
You're not seeing Paul try to ease into this game. I tell you that right now, look at him drive this fastball in the inner half. Now you got a lot to work with. You sped him up He can go to that changeup that he threw to Garcia 4 times, or he can go back up in the zone with that fastball or bury something down and in. Let's see. Just missed his spot.
Out in front of the curveball is Abrams. A batting average of .321 for C.J. Abrams. At .969 OPS. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another curveball. And it's 2-2. Skeens has faced these Nationals. He won a 10-3 ball game, gave up a couple of runs, 1 earned in 6 innings in his other start, which was last year on April the 14th here at PNC Park. 2-2. In the air to right and deep, and C.J. Abrams on a fastball. It's his 5th home run of the season. Skeens gives up the 2-out dinger. It's 1-0 Nats.
Jeez. This young man is on fire. That's his 17th RBI of the season, C.J. Abrams. And he put a really good at-bat together. He saw the whole arsenal right there from Paul Skeens. He fights his way back this 2-2 count, and Paul just totally misses his spot, as you see right there. And Abrams, like he's been doing all season so far, makes him pay.
Now Dalen Lyle, boy, a stunner. Another look.
This one got it hurt too.
Man.
Come on, Brad. Go, chump. Let's go, number 4.
Xfinity batting stats. Dalen Lyle.
Lyle, he's leading the team and at bats with 66. 4 doubles. Doesn't have a home run yet, but 5 RBIs. 314 on base percentage.
C.J. Abrams looked like was overpowered by the fastballs early, but drilled one over the right field wall pretty much down the middle. It's the 2nd homer Skeens has given up. Gave up the dinger to Bogarts last Tuesday. He ends up with 3 strikeouts, but the Nationals have the early lead, and O'Neill Cruz will be leading off the bottom of the 1st against Cade Cavalli, the 27-year-old from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And we talked about Cavalli earlier. His 4th start, 2.51 ERA, 14 1/3 innings, 11 strikeouts, 9 walks. Pretty significant. Has not allowed a home run, and lefties have done a nice job in comparison to the righties this year.
Cruz was ready. Fouls off that fastball at 96. Cruz has hit 5 homers during this streak and driven in 13.
Think about how nice of a week O'Neill Cruz just had, and he didn't win National League Player of the Week. That tells you how hot James Wood was this last week, hitting 500.
That's right, Cade.
Cruz 4 hits in Game 1 in Chicago.
Lays off the curveball. National League Player of the Week there in right, James Wood. Cruz was 1 for 2 last year in the one game we saw Cavalli September 14th. Bounced to 2nd. Nunez. That's Nasim Nunez. Luis Garcia Jr. is at first base. C.J. Abrams over at short. Herbie Vivas at third with Lyle, Young, and Wood in the outfield left to right, and Cabert Ruiz the backstop. And Lau lays off that knuckle curve.
Wow, some really good ABs. Obviously, we talked about the home runs in yesterday's game, but some really nice ABs in that Cubs series. Team ABs, quabs, if you will.
I heard somebody say that that's actually a thing now. Did you know that? They've got like stats on quabs. Quality at bats or quality plate appearances.
I should have put a copyright on it or something.
Yes. Oh, wide throw by Luis Garcia Jr. And it went down into the dugout, so the Bucks will get an extra 90 out of it. The chances of that are so slim. They'll take it.
Well, apparently when Brandon Lau puts the ball in play, crazy things happen, because we saw that crazy play in Chicago where he hit it about 6 feet and it turned into the game-winning run. Now here, what's seemingly a somewhat easy 3-1 ground ball just gets thrown away, almost hits him, and then the catcher misses it.
How about that?
And now it goes down. Now watch the
That's
iPad.
unbelievable.
There goes the iPad, too.
The chances of that. Oh, my gosh. Ryan Reynolds. Third base umpire DJ Rayburn. Sean Barber, home plate umpire. Reynolds, the designated hitter in this ball game. See the numbers on the year, and he's still upset after that throwing error, very costly one that he made yesterday at Wrigley. He was 1 for 4 in the game, plus a stolen base. He had 4 hits in the series, including a home run on Friday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Error on Garcia has Lau at second. Levin Furniture and Mattress, strike zone.
And Cavalli mainly to the lefties. You're going to see 4-seam and the knuckle curve. A little bit of change in sweeper, and then to the righties, mostly 4-seam sweeper and some 2-seam.
And Reynolds is hit by the sweeper, the 1-2 pitch. Puts 2 on for Ryan O'Hearn.
Well, the sweeper moved a lot. Oh my gosh, it almost went behind him.
Huh.
Hammer! Hammer time!
First pitch strike on O'Hearn. Talk about, this is a guy that has quabs every time he comes to the plate.
Yeah.
The quab machine.
Just has a knack for finding the barrel more than anything else, right? So quiet. The stride is short and it's low. And when you watch him take batting practice, especially, which we're fortunate enough to get to watch these guys take batting practice every day, you're amazed how strong O'Hearn is. Obviously got fooled there on that one.
Good job by Cavalli. A couple knuckle curves fooling O'Hearn. Brings up Nick York.
Wow. Now the knuckle curve had more of a 1-7 action than it did 12-6.
Nick York with 2 outs and 2 on. Oh for 3, but hit by a pitch yesterday, Nick York, so he reached base again. Cavalli, like York, a first-round pick in the 2020 draft.
Nick's been earning more and more at bats lately, been playing a fine third base, and now he's finding himself in the 5-hole. I think he does really well is uses the whole field. I believe he's leading the team in opposite field hits. That approach typically bodes well for situations like this, where you're trying to back the ball up a little bit, see it a little deeper, stay off balls in the dirt or chasing away.
1 ball, 1 strike. Paul Skeens, oftentimes see him pacing, stalking. See if Nick York can give, or at least tie the game, if not give the Pirates starter a lead. Lau at second, Reynolds at first, down 1. Called strike. And obviously not a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count now on York. 11 hits and 32 at bats, a .344 batting average for Nick York.
6 walks to 7 strikeouts in the season as well.
Cavalli with a 1-2 pitch. And 2-2. The sweeper. Yeah, Cavalli was drafted out of the University of Oklahoma by the Nationals in 2020. He was the 22nd pick overall. That year, the Boston Red Sox selected Nick York 17th overall in that strong 2020 draft. Called, 3rd strike. Cavalli gets out of it. It's 1-0 Nats. First time ever in the major leagues, 2 first-rounders started the game as a battery. Paul Skeens, #1 overall in 2023 out of LSU. A couple years prior to that, the Pirates drafted Henry Davis, 1-1 out of the University of Louisville. First time ever that 1-1s had been matched up as a battery in the big leagues. It was last year after Andy Rodriguez got hurt. He had been the catcher early on for Skeens last year. 2 years ago, it was mainly Yasmani Grandal for Skeens. Strike 2 on the sweeper.
All struck out the side in the first. And he used his full arsenal in that first inning. Curveball, slider, changeup, 4-seam. I think I saw a 2-seam as well. But did give up that home run. Usually solo shots don't hurt you, especially early in the game. But oof. Nasty.
Jacob Young is his 4th strikeout.
Yeah, here's a sweeper. Look how much this moves. I mean, as a hitter, when you're seeing that, and look at, it's basically starting just in the inside of the white line on your side of the plate as a right-hander, and ends up being a ball.
And now 98 in on Jose Tena, the DH. Another first inning run, by the way, for the Nationals. 16 first inning runs.
Lead the league, right?
Yeah.
I believe they lead the league in the late innings as well after the 7th.
They came in, by the way, scoring 89 runs, 4th most in the league. The Nationals after the sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers, and they did it with a bunch of bunts and some double stealing.
That's not easy to do, Greg. I mean, it's like going into LA, playing the Dodgers and beating them up just from a home field advantage standpoint.
Yeah.
It just never doesn't happen. It's very, very rare.
It's not like, the Nationals were playing all that well. They had
Right.
dropped 6 of 7 before going into Milwaukee.
Right.
Again, the first year skipper, they made a bunch of changes over the winter, including hiring the 33-year-old Blake Butera. Paul Taboni, the president of baseball ops, is only 36. Broken bat roller, and Connor Griffin throws out speedy Jose Tena.
Oh, this broken bat made it all the way out the ball. It looked like he grabbed it. Almost want to throw it back at him. Like,
Yeah,
like Piazza and
right.
Roger Clemens. Nonetheless, the first ball put in play for an out. This will be the solo home run by Abrams in the first inning. 4 other guys sat down via strikeout.
Connor Griffin will be due up second in the bottom of the second inning. Shorbit Vivas is at the plate. Fastball in on him. See what he's done in 11 games. 25-year-old from Venezuela. Speaking of the Dodgers, they signed him originally several years ago. Ground ball, second base. Quick work for Paul Skeens. 1-2-3. 1-0 Nats as we head to the bottom of the second. The official health plan of the Pirates, because life, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, and by Cohen Markets. Everyone gets 10 cents off per gallon before 9 a.m. No exceptions. KG due up second. Spencer Horwitz leads off against Cavalli and takes ball one. 6, 7, 8 in the order. Cavalli worked around the throwing error. Second baseman Nasim Nunez. Lau wound up at second base. He hit Reynolds and then struck out O'Hearn and York. Horwitz, a fly ball, shallow center field, but hangs up for Jacob Young.
Just haven't seen that power come through just yet from Horwitz. It's in there. It kind of hitting in a different spot than he's used to. Maybe he's still settling in a little bit there as far as that 6, 7, 8 spot in the lineup.
Griffin batting seventh. Connor Griffin takes that pitch way inside.
Well, that's something we're starting to see more and more of is guys trying to really crowd Connor Griffin, and that's one thing he's going to have to make an adjustment on here at this level. We've seen a lot of fastballs in and then a lot of breaking balls down and away. He's got a good eye. He's done a nice job at that. And he's going to have to really hone in on when to identify spots where guys want to come in. Is it a double play situation? Are the corners in? Those are typically times where guys really try to run stuff down and in on you. He's got himself in a really good count right here.
And it's a 4-pitch walk. Connor Griffin, his third career walk. He's playing in his 10th major league game, his 9th big league start. And I know you've talked about this, Neil, and have others, that he can beat you in other ways. And so, yeah, when he struggles at the plate, 4 for 29, they're certainly going to give him a ton of room, but he can, with his defense, his legs. Now, will he try and take off here? Mangum? They certainly think so.
We saw him get his first stolen base in Chicago this past weekend. Same day that O'Neill Cruz stole 3. Talking to first base coach Terry Brock, he said when Connor got on first base, the day that he stole, he knew Edward Cabrera was slow to the plate. He had to calm him down. He said, I need to get to second now.
Well, there's his second move. You know by now about the rule in baseball, 2 disengagements are freebies, but the third time, now you got to get them. Opponents are 5 for 6 with Keibert Ruiz this year behind the plate. Griffin not going anywhere just yet, but ball one, and no doubt he's got Cavalli's attention. And out comes Ruiz. The thing about base stealers and guys with outstanding speed, aggressive runners, what they can do to the mindset of a pitcher. Jake Mangum, 6 for 29 at the plate, a .207 average, the switch hitter. Third baseman Vivas is well in on the grass. 1-0. Not going, and it's 2-0.
Yes, Cavalli's definitely sped up a little bit, as you see. Usually when You're trying to rush to home. Front side flies open, and you miss arm side and up. Now if you're Mangum, decent chance you're getting a fastball right here. Try to get that head out if you can. Use that 4-hole. Ooh.
Strike called. Cavalli.
Not so sure about that one, Greg.
Yeah, that looked like it was a ball. 2-1. Seen a couple pitches out of the zone, but Nick York and Mangum decide not to challenge. A little bluff start by Griffin, and again it got the attention of the pitcher and Keibert Ruiz, and now it's 3-1.
And this is a spot right here. We saw Oneil Cruz run on the 2-1 count 3 times this weekend, and 3-1's not much different. Pitcher's trying to really make a pitch in the zone.
Line to left field, and a base hit puts runners at first and second.
Nice piece of hit for Mangum. It's a cutter right here. Doesn't try to do too much with it. Sometimes in those 3-1 counts, you get baited into trying to do too much, and you pound one into the ground. It's middle away. But we've seen Mangum do this. Use the whole field, especially left-handed, trying to hit balls to that left side of the infield. He knows if he gets it on the ground, the third baseman doesn't get his hands on it, there's a decent chance he's safe if it gets in that 6-hole.
Henry Davis trying to rebound from a miserable game the other day at Wrigley. 4 at-bats, struck out each of his 4 times to the plate against the Cubs. In fact, then he was pinch hit for in the 11th inning. Maybe a little miscommunication there. The second baseman Nunez went over to cover as the pitch was being delivered. 1 ball, no strikes. And now the pickoff try and a quick slap tag, but Griffin is back. Nunez can really cover some ground.
I haven't seen this kind of attention paid to a base runner since Billy Hamilton.
1 ball, no strikes. 2 on, 1 out.
Come on, Brad.
I'll look to second. And I don't think there's any doubt that Cavalli is really bothered by Connor Griffin. It's a different pitcher here in the 2nd inning after he got Horowitz. 10 balls, 3 strikes this inning. 2-0. And in the dirt, 3-0. Cavalli came in having walked 9 and struck out 11. Not a good walk to strikeout ratio. In just over 14 innings. Oneil Cruz on deck. Henry Davis a 3-0 count. And another pickoff try on a 3-0 count.
Trying to wear him down.
That's doing the Orioles impersonation at second base. 3-0 count. And a strike. Now a really big pitch here coming up to Henry Davis. Bottom of the 2nd, 2 on, 1 out, 1-0 Nats. Ball 4. They are loaded for Oneil Cruz. 2 walks in the inning. And out comes the Washington Nationals young pitching coach, Simon Matthews. It's a whole new look for the Nats. They have gone full young analytics from different parts of the country. They let go the old school general manager and manager last year in July. Mike Rizzo, the GM, Dave Martinez were fired in July. Oneil Cruz, his first career grand slam, April 16th last year against the Nationals.
That's what this foreshadowing in there, Greg.
They are loaded here. Oh, off the end of the bat. Change up. It was Eduardo Salazar who gave up the granny last year. Cavalli has not given up a home run this season. 7 homers last year in 49 innings. And he's out in front, 0-2, a couple of change-ups.
And this is the spot that we've seen O'Neal Cruz do a much better job of this year. We talked about the at-bats against the lefties, and we talked about the at-bats with runners in scoring position and with 2 strikes. It's where he's kind of gone no stride, a real low stride.
Whoa! 97. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cavalli after 2 changeups reaches back right here.
O'Neal Cruz is the limbo. 1-2 the count. 1 out. Checks. Takes the knuckle curve, 2-2. Cavalli's been a reverse split guy. So take a look at the base runners. Connor Griffin, a 4-pitch walk. Jake Mangum at second, Henry Davis at first. But righties have hit him better. This is just his 15th career start, but righties have hit 325 off him. Lefties 247. Inside, almost nicked him. And now it's 3-2.
Let's see if he goes back to that changeup. That's the one pitch he seems to have feel for right now. You saw the 0-2 fastball way up and in. The knuckle curve back to back, way down, and this one way in.
Payoff. Fouled it off. He went with that changeup as Neal thought he might.
Cavalli won't use that changeup against righties, 0% on the season. He will use it coming into today, almost at 13%. Loves the 4-seam and knuckle curve against the left-handers.
Still 3-2 on O'Neal Cruz. And another payoff pitch from Cavalli. Jackson takes, it's tied. Heck of an at-bat from O'Neal Cruz. It's 1-1. 3 walks in the inning.
I mean, it's such a great at-bat by O'Neal Cruz right here. And the guy that did it yesterday, right here, Greg. The grand slam. Perfect time, perfect place to hit a ball like that with the wind howling out on the north side of Chicago.
And he's homered 3 times in the last 4 games against the Nationals. And he takes the knuckle curve for ball 1. Griffin scores a 4-pitch walk. The hit by Mangum, the walk to Davis, the walk to Cruz, and now they're going to get the bullpen up early. 1-0 count. Checks or did he? Oh, the home plate umpire said he offered. Paxton Schultz up in the bullpen.
44 pitches in the second inning. You're right, Greg. If this ball were to find a gap or down the line, not only would 2, possibly 3 with O'Neal Cruz running on first base score, but you almost got him at 50 pitches.
A little pop-up, shallow left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Henry Davis going to be waved home. Here's the throw. It's off the mark. Pirates lead it. 2-run single. Lau. 3-1 ball game.
Brandon Lau comes through again. So clutch. Did it yesterday with the grand slam and then a home run later in the game. And here just fights off this good, well-spotted knuckle curve over the head of C.J. Abrams in left center field. It looked like there was going to be a traffic jam at third base with O'Neal Cruz running. You see Henry Davis in your screen right there. Got a late jump. Now watch Henry Davis and O'Neal Cruz. Fortunately, it throws offline. 2 runs in.
Henry Davis Tony Beasley is as aggressive a third base coach as we have seen, and he's been spot on. Pitches taken for a ball. Tony Beasley. Ball one. Brian Reynolds hit by a pitch. Trying to set up for a double play ball, these Nats. Called strike.
Walks hurt, Greg. We talked about that a lot yesterday and after that ball game in Chicago. The 5 walks in the last 3 innings. And now the 3 walks, I'm sorry, in this inning for Cavalli.
Line drive left field. Reynolds rips it into left field to score. Cruz. 4-1 Pirates.
Keep passing the baton. Just a heater. Ryan Reynolds goes up and gets it. He knows, use a big part of the field. If you can get something in the air, that's going to at least score that run. You got a big hole in the 6th hole right there. Keep passing it.
Time called, and that is going to be it. Early exit for Cade Cavalli. Blake Butera, the rookie skipper, will not let him get out of the 2nd inning. A lot of cones being hoisted. Paxton Schultz, his 3rd game as a National.
Schultz, they're hoping to get some length out of him, I'm sure. 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk and 2 strikeouts in his 2 appearances.
Fouls it off and is in the hole. 0-2. 2 on. Lau at 2nd, Reynolds at 1st. Nick York on deck. 8 men have come to the plate here. Schultz made his major league debut last year with Toronto.
Schultz 4-seam cutter changeup. The lefties, you saw the changeup right there and a cutter pitch before that.
Called 3rd strike.
Well-placed heater right here. You've seen several down and in. 9th batter of the inning, though.
Hit hard to right center field by Nick York, approaching the wall, and the catch is made by Jacob Young. 9 to the plate. The Pirates score 4, and they sent Cade Cavalli on his way out. UPMC scoreboard, 4-1 Pirates. Pirates baseball presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. 2-run single for Brandon Lau, part of the 4-run 2nd inning. Now Skeens with the lead, and a strike called on José Nunez. See how aggressive Skeens gets here, Neil. Now with this lead.
Yeah, more than anything, you want to get ahead. When you have the opportunity to bury one of these guys, go ahead and do it. Can. No free passes. I always thought it was significant, Greg, if you had especially a 4-game series and you were able to knock that starter out.
Oh, yeah.
Early in that first game, what it could potentially do to that bullpen over the course of the next 3 days after that first game.
Good point, and especially considering they had to put 2 guys on the injured list today out of that bullpen. Ken Waldachuk came out of the 7th inning yesterday, and today went on the injured list with left forearm tightness. He had Tommy John surgery just a couple years ago, and Cole Henry goes on the IL today with a right rotator cuff strain. Second base, on to first, and we go downstairs to Hannah.
Well, Connor Griffin was clearly a big disruptor on the base path last inning, and Skeens calls the 19-year-old a difference maker. Last time out on the mound, Paul got to play with the rookie behind him for the first time and said after the game he was fired up to have him back there. At 19 years old, Paul said his presence, the way he goes about his business, he is a big leaguer through and through. KG said playing behind Paul is unbelievable. Said when a guy pitches like that, you've got to score some runs for that man. Nice to see the Bucks get him 4. With the help of KG. Brownie.
It is great to see, Hannah, these two on the field together. We've been thinking about there's a line drive that's hooking foul. Keibert Ruiz.
What are they, combined 40 years old too, Greg?
Are they even that? Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, about 40. Yeah. Connor Griffin in that start Hannah referred to last Tuesday with Skeens on the hill against the Padres was 2 for 4. 2-run 8th inning singles. The Pirates opened up a 7-1 lead and won that game on Tuesday. Skeens, we mentioned in the open, went 6 1/3. That is neat. Popped it up. Third base, York.
Well, take a look at the pitch usage in the upper left hand there. Changeup usage way up. As I mentioned, 8 of 9 hitters, as that was the 9th hitter of the game for the Nats. Just under 50% four seam, a lot of changeup usage. Let's see what he does the second time through this order.
Starts him off with a sweeper. Second time through, James Wood struck him out in the first inning. This time the curveball. Sweeper curve to start out James Wood, who will strike out a ton.
And he's got 22 so far in this season, 1 tonight.
Left field, Mangum. Spider-Man not able to get there. Still 0-2 on Wood. HN Super Mode, Jake Mangum in left field in this ball game tonight. Reynolds DHing. A lot of room to cover at PNC Park, left and center. And another 0-2 to James Wood. Changeup misses. He's cut way back on that splinker since his rookie season, by the way. The pitch that got all the attention. And the sweeper misses in. But he was using that a ton as a rookie in 2024. Last year, a little over 13% of the time he used that splinker, the two-seam sinking fastball combination splitter sinker, and time called. This year, a little over 6% this year, and only 1 thrown today. Henry Davis talking things over with Skeens about what to throw James Wood here.
He struck him out with a changeup his first time up. Heavy sweeper slider usage throughout this at bat to get to the 2-2 count.
2-2.
Tries to climb the ladder.
3-2 the count. Boy,
That was a nice at bat right there by James Wood.
and a disappointing at bat for Skeens.
Yep.
Out in front, ends up walking him. He had gotten out in front 0-2.
You don't see that very often from Paul.
And ball one, Garcia Jr. takes the changeup.
James Wood will run 2 outs here. He gets an opportunity. Even though it's a 4-1 game, it's early.
Oh, it's a line to right, but right at O'Hearn. Pirates lead it 4-1. The Penguins have clinched their spot in the Stanley Cup playoffs. You won't want to miss a moment of the first round, so stream it using SNP 360 for the best coverage of the Pens right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. The quest for the Cup begins this weekend. And here's a guy who played some hockey. Spencer Horwitz takes ball one. He flied to center field his first time up. That was against the starting pitcher, Cade Cavalli, who had his shortest outing of his career. This is 15th major league start.
Nine hitters sent to the plate in that second inning by the Pirates. Starting off with Horowitz, you mentioned he flew out. And the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reach base to score those 4 runs.
And Horowitz, a fly ball to right field. You can clear the deck with a cannonball coming. He watched it, admired it, and he gives the Pirates a 5-1 lead with his first home run of the season. Now, you said the power might come.
You knew it was, I just felt it. I felt it was coming. I thought we might see a little bit in Chicago after the amount of bats he's got. You saw the bat barrel getting a little bit more out in front recently. It hasn't had a lot to show for it, but has been having good at bats, and now can add his first home run to the 2026 slate with a towering ball to right field. I was looking for that to leave the entire stadium, Greg.
Able to wear that welder's hood for the first time. A beautiful, majestic home run by Horowitz, and now Connor Griffin, who really helped chase the starter Cavalli with his 4-pitch walk. Horowitz, the home run gives the Pirates a 5-1 lead. That home run brought to you by UPMC.
Yeah, I think if Cavalli had to do it all over last inning, he might have just, he should have just let Connor Griffin steal second and third instead of
Concentrate on the hitter, right?
he throws twice over to first. He gets behind Henry Davis 3-0.
Picks off attempts at second. Couple.
All of a sudden 2 more walks. Walk with the bases loaded. Big hit by Lau. He's young. He'll learn.
Fastball freezes Connor Griffin for the strikeout. Second K for Schultz. Another look at the home run for Horowitz.
Well, that's sometimes a honey hole right there, especially a cutter. You saw the velocity at 88. As a lefty, you can pull your hands in on, sometimes that cutter just runs and take it. He knew it. Take a look back in the dugout. He says, I got my first, boys.
What a great shot. A little bat flip and the look.
I thought this was going to lead the entire stadium.
Yeah, just a
couple rows.
Yep. Acknowledging the bullpen.
Paxton!
2-0 on Mangum. Spencer Horwitz. It's his first home run of the season. Hit 11 last year in 108 games. Pop up. 2 outs. Vivas makes the routine play. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Schultz, who started the season on the injured list, and again was a member of the Blue Jays last year. In fact, he and Horwitz go back to their Blue Jays days. They were teammates in Buffalo. Prior to that, lower minors in New Hampshire, Vancouver, so familiar foes. Now they were teammates then. Schultz relieving Cade Cavalli. Davis drew the walk against Cavalli. Two 1 on Henry Davis. First of 7 games on this homestand. 4 with these Nationals and then the Tampa Bay Rays for the weekend. By the way, tomorrow night's a pup night. It's also Point Park University night. This one gets into the dugout. Look out, Connor Griffin.
We got to have somebody blocking Skeens. Connor, at least.
Yeah.
Right? We got to protect all of our assets, but
Somebody's got to be there. 3-2.
we're still waiting on our stage manager Lexi to bring her dog on pup night.
I know. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe she'll let us get a chance to. What's the baby? What's her name? Huh? Honey. Yeah. I knew that. 3-2. Struck him out. But the leadoff home run for Spencer Horwitz. Bucks lead first game of this homestand, 5-1. Welcome to the Toyota RAV 4th inning. That's a cool effect, isn't it? I like that.
Very cool.
Great to be home.
What's more cool is a 5-1 Pirates lead.
Yeah. It's all on C.J. Abrams.
50 pitches, pretty efficient so far. Going into the 4th. The guy that's gotten him so far, this man right here, C.J. Abrams, solo shot in the 1st.
100-mile-an-hour fastball. 5th time that Skeens has allowed a first inning homer. Abrams joining Michael Bush, Sal Frelick, Jared Kelnick, and Yandy Diaz.
Yeah, he's got good feel for that changeup. Look at the spot. Just dives off the plate away from the lefties.
We go back to a fastball here. Change up, fly ball center field. Cruz back and makes the catch. How about that job by C.J. Abrams? Driving Cruz to the wall in center field on that changeup.
Covers a 2-strike, 100-mile-an-hour fastball to the pull side for a home run and hits this one all the way to the wall. Off the plate changeup. My goodness.
Impressive stuff, C.J. Abrams. Cruz there. There's Dalen Lyle. O'Neill Cruz feeling more and more comfortable, looks like, each and every game out there in center field. And bounce to first baseman Horwitz. Like to see the quick outs for Skeens.
We should do 55 pitches, 2 outs here in the 4th. On the lone right-hander, Jacob Young.
His pitch counts, first 3 starts, 37. Of course, that dud in New York, the opening day game, where everything seemed to go wrong for the Pirates. Then 77 pitches, his next start in Cincinnati, which was a 5-inning outing, 1 run. Talked about the game last Tuesday against the Padres, 6 1/3, 87 pitches. That's well done.
Right there.
7 pitches.
Wow.
Gotta love it.
Kelly spoke about Garner today, sending first and foremost love to the family mourning his loss, but also addressed the passing, saying he never got to see him play, but when he got drafted to Detroit, Phil was the manager there and he got to meet him. He said he loves the fact that his nickname was Scrap Iron, and complimented the fact that he looked back at his numbers playing in that '79 World Series, hitting 500, just huge to think of that guy in that moment. He also grinned when I told him Phil was called the glue guy Brownie by Kenta Colby in that amazing article Jason Mackey wrote more on his passing and what that meant to Pirates' presence in this dugout on Pirates.com. And he laughed saying, hey, you need those guys, talking about obviously his reputation of that in the past too. So a lot of smiles when reminiscing on the Pirates greats who have put that uniform on, but obviously a lot of love sent to his family as well.
Hannah, thank you. Yep, 0-2 pitch, single to right field. O'Neill Cruz leads off with a base hit, a new career high 12-game hitting streak for O'Neill Cruz. Yep, Scrap Iron, Yosemite Sam, some people called him, that bushy mustache. Phil Garner, passing away at the age of 76, spent parts of 5 years with the Pirates. That '79 World Series team was gradually built. Of course, they traded for Chuck Tanner a couple of years earlier. Manny Sanguillen traded to Oakland for the Newcastle native Chuck Tanner. And Phil Garner was traded before the '77 season from Oakland. A blockbuster deal. The Pirates sent Dave Justy, Doc Medich, Doug Bear, Rick Langford, Mitchell Page, Tony Armas. Bushel basket of prospects and established players went to Oakland to get Phil Garner and Tommy Helms in that deal. And then really the '79 team was solidified when general manager Pete Peterson in June of '79 traded for Bill Madlock from the Giants. And Chuck Tanner put Madlock at third and moved Garner to second. Stolen base attempt, safe, steal there on the strike called. A stolen base for O'Neill Cruz, who's been hitting and running. And the Bucks steal a base. Now you can steal a deal. Scan on screen for $25 off at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They will not challenge, and O'Neill Cruz in with his 7th stolen base in 8 attempts.
Yeah, that feels like that's happened pretty fast too, right? When we went into the Chicago series, I think he only had 3 or maybe 2. Now he's got 7. But the Pirates keeping their foot on the gas here at the bottom of the 4th with nobody out.
Pop up, and that's a ball that will not move Cruz. Lau trying to do that, but fouls out and brings up Ryan Reynolds. Yep, Scrap Iron. The big move going to his more natural position at second base. He was fiery. Talk about, and Don Kelly has talked about how he wants this Pirates team to be gritty, blue collar. That was Phil Garner. Scrap Iron.
Just a grinder.
Traded 1981 to the Houston Astros for Johnny Ray. And as Hannah said, he went on to manage a lot of successful years in Houston, Milwaukee, Detroit. Brian Reynolds takes ball 1. Reynolds hit by a pitch, single to left. And maybe we're starting to see, Neil, what the Pirates had hoped to do when they traded for Lau and O'Hearn. And that's going to spread this lineup out and help Cruz and Reynolds. And starting to see Reynolds maybe be more the natural Reynolds we saw
especially against
last year.
Especially against right-handers, right? I mean, all between Horowitz, Lau, O'Neill, Cruz, and O'Hearn, you see all those guys spread out up and down the lineup against right-handed starters. I think time will tell with the left-handed starters how, you know, things are going to fall into line. We're going to see O'Neill, Cruz sitting up on top of the lineup day in and day out. It's pretty clear that O'Hearn is a mainstay along with Brian Reynolds in that middle part of the order, regardless of who's out there. But I'm very encouraged with the early going. More so with the at-bats. I mean, it wasn't a good series as far as hitting with runners in scoring position and with 2 outs in Chicago, but water will find its level eventually.
Chases the fastball. And that is the 4th strikeout for Schultz, and Jackson Rutledge up now. He just added today. We talked about those 2 players that were placed on the injured list. O'Hearn struck out looking in the 2nd against Schultz. Struck out his first time against the starter Cavalli. And grounded to the right side. And Nunez handles that and throws out O'Hearn. So the Pirates retired but lead 5-1. Yeah, talking about scrap iron Garner. And talking about a scrappy Pirate team leading 5-1. First pitch to Jose Tena is a sweeper for ball 1. 7-pitch 4th inning for Skeens. 6, 7, 8 men in the order for the Nats. Tena, Vivas, Nunez. Change up and drops down to a knee on that swing.
Another really good changeup. Bottom falls out of this one.
Fastball, 1 and 2.
Then a painted fastball at 96 in the inner half. Not quite sure what to do here as a hitter after that sequence. Do you cover hard in? You look for that changeup again that he's used so often today, especially with 2 strikes.
Pop up. And broken bat and a foul out. Third baseman York. Easy does it. 1 away in this 5th inning. Paul Skeens gave up the home run with 2 outs to C.J. Abrams. The only hit he's allowed. He walked James Wood with 2 outs in the 3rd.
That's right.
He's loving that changeup tonight.
Changeup. I thought that when I saw the lineup roll out today, I thought, I wonder if we're going to see Paul.
All the lefties?
Yep.
You missed that like your first girlfriend.
Use that changeup more than we've seen him. That's the one thing with Paul. We talk about the arsenal, the 6, 7 pitch arsenal, but he's so good at going into games and game planning for what's going to work best against the lineup that he's seeing. Of course, if he wanted to go out there and pump 99, 100, and try to get by that way, he could probably be pretty successful doing it. But he understands this. He's playing the long game. He knows how important it is to have the full arsenal, even if he's not using it. We've seen him at times in the past pitch differently early on in the year than he does in the middle, than he does in the late part. And then tonight, with all these lefties in the lineup, we're seeing him really go changeup heavy, which we probably haven't seen very much of that in a long time from him.
Oh, there's the fastball, maybe setting up again this changeup to Vivas. So 19 changeups tonight. That's tied for the most in a game in his career. No doubt that was and is the game plan. And that changeup is fouled off. Well, the most ever he's thrown in a game as he makes his 59th career start tonight.
Guess he's turning it into a thumber, huh?
Yeah, how about that?
And another one.
2-2.
Come on, Chump. Swing at this. Here comes the high heat. Swing now. Swing now.
And he pulls that changeup.
Another one. Well, this is usually when Paul tries to go to that backdoor slider or sweeper. See if he does it. No, he doesn't.
Fastball in on him. Rolls it weakly to first. Two-way in the 5th inning for Skeens. Like that.
Legs broken bats.
Of course, the changeup.
Well, these Nationals hitters must be thinking to themselves, this isn't fair.
Yeah, what's going on here? I thought this was a flame-throwing big righty. Those are changeups. And another. The sweeper to Nasim Nunez. Jackson Rutledge going to be coming on in the bottom of this 5th inning. Paxton Schultz went 2 2/3 in relief of Cade Cavalli, his shortest outing of his career. My gosh. It's incredible.
And they're all really good.
Yeah.
Right? They're all bottom
Yeah.
part of the zone or down and away to the lefties.
So the fastball at 98 is fouled off. I mean, you know, if you're Nunez, you know the changeup's coming right now. What do you do? The 2-2 pitch. Just one-handed. That's what you do with it. To the left fielder. 1-2 thing. After that half inning, Paul Skeens goes into the dugout and has a little conversation there with pitching coach Bill Murphy.
I'm not a lip reader.
Any guesses?
I mean, he's got 70 pitches going into the top of the 6th.
You think you're talking about like how much he's got left?
I don't know. Where's Bob? Bob.
Bob walked next door. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don Kelly and the pitching coach Bill Murphy. You wonder if they're talking about, you know, it's the 3rd time through. Now what, you know, what the game plan might be.
Yeah.
The 3rd time through. Well, they talk about that throughout the game, but then you make adjustments, of course, based on how they're faring against you. There's a strikeout. Jackson Rutledge up from the minors today. This Friday, Pirates will host the Tampa Bay Rays, continue the 7-game homestand. Don't miss the first Zambelli fireworks night of the season. Go to pirates.com/tickets. Pirates and Tampa Bay Rays. First of a 3-game series against the Rays.
It's shaping up to be a beautiful week of weather here in Pittsburgh, too.
And Henry Davis talking there to Bill Murphy.
Maybe he wants to see the changeup usage go up.
Yeah, throw more of it. So Friday, a 6:45 start. There's the Miller Lite happy hour before the game. Time gates open until first pitch. It's a University of Pittsburgh night. Pirates are going to be debuting their City Connect unis. Batman returns as A.J. Burnett going to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Pirates wearing those City Connects, and it's Zambelli fireworks night all on Friday. 3-1 on Horwitz, who hit the home run, his first of the year, leading off the 3rd inning against Paxton Schultz. Rutledge. Cutter, 3-2. Rutledge in his 4th season at the big league level. 63 outings last year for the Nats, a 5.77 ERA. .6'8", Jackson Rutledge. Ball 4. Horwitz reaches. After the strikeout of York, a walk to Horwitz brings up Connor Griffin. Ripped foul.
Yeah, you're on it.
First pitch slider from Rutledge. Tony Beasley gets out of the way.
Well, sometimes he's going to have to do this, Connor Griffin, to get him out of there, especially with fastballs. Hanging slider right there, or backup slider, I should say.
Griffin walked on 4 pitches in the 2nd inning, struck out looking his last time up. He goes down on that slider. Second strikeout for Rutledge.
This was a good one right here. Tough to lay off with 2 strikes.
Griffin walked and scored in that 2nd inning. Pirates scoring 4 to take the lead. The Horwitz homer gives them the 5-1 advantage. Jake Mangum has singled and fouled out. Mangum was his dad John on this most recent trip to Chicago, the father's trip. Dad, a defensive back for the Chicago Bears. One ball, one strike. Second base, scooped Nunez to first. And on to inning number 6, 5-1 Bucks. Pirates. And by Giant Eagle, your home team for groceries. All the change-ups. Change of pace here for Skeens against these Washington Nationals.
Highest changeup usage of his career.
Begins a strike to the leadoff man, Keibert Ruiz. Will be followed by James Wood coming up next. Out in front 0-2. The veteran switch hitting catcher. Sweeper fastball to Ruiz. And a ground ball to first. Horwitz.
He's just been masterful today. Now a similar line to last time out. 6 1/3 right now. He's going to continue to go. 77 pitches. Almost exactly, Greg.
Huh.
6 1/3. He left last game against San Diego here with 78 pitches.
Trying to get through the 6th inning now.
Swing, jump.
James Wood. And of course, starts him out with a changeup.
Stop me if you've heard this. A good changeup for Paul Skeens this evening.
Exposed pitch, the curveball. National League's Player of the Week, James Wood. My gosh, another changeup.
I mean, he hasn't thrown one in the heart of the plate yet. Almost every single one has been middle down or just below the zone and away.
Struck him out looking with a sweeper. Back door, and that is the first strikeout for Skeens since the 2nd inning.
Oh, James Wood might have had a case if he decided to challenge this one, but he doesn't.
2 outs, nobody on, and Luis Garcia Jr. The fastball starts off his at bat.
Who do you think's coming out, Greg? Well, these two work really well together. I know that.
Yeah.
There's a reason Henry Davis is his personal catcher. Does a fine job calling a game back there.
Strike, baby.
When he
Another changeup misses, 2-1.
when he sniffs something's working. Obviously, Paul Skeens is the one that's answering yes or no to the called pitches. They're very rarely not on the same page.
And pulls this curveball foul. A lot of curveballs, of course, mainly changeups tonight, but curveballs, sweepers.
Well, I can tell you this, I'm almost certain that this Pirates pitching staff took a look at how this Nationals team got back on track in that Brewers series this past weekend. And something tells me that this is a group that hunts fastballs pretty well. Holy cow, look at that. 35% changeup usage.
He's thrown more changeups than he has fastballs tonight.
Swing.
Another changeup. And struck him out
With a
with a
changeup.
changeup.
Wonderful job from Paul Skeens tonight. Working his way through.
(5-1) Pirates lead. Bottom of the 6th inning. Henry Davis steps in against Jackson Rutledge, and he grounds this into left field. A base hit for Henry Davis. He's on base for a 2nd time. That's his 7th hit in 33 at-bats on the year, and a leadoff single for Henry Davis.
Henry wastes no time. Get the bat head out right here. And we turn the lineup over for the 4th time.
During the break, when Skeens went down the dugout steps, looks like he's looking towards someone and okay to go. Don Kelly went down to make sure. Looked like the manager checking in with Skeens, and Skeens apparently feels good enough to go back out there for at least the start of the 7th inning. So nobody warming in the Pirates bullpen.
Yeah, still no movement down there.
88 pitches for Skeens. He has retired 10 in a row, 16 of the last 17 and 18 of 20 in the game. A home run and a walk. It's been it against Skeens as Cruz, the backswing, gets a good piece of the catcher Ruiz. That really stung him.
Oh, he didn't even get him.
Oh, man, it was when his swing was coming back. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. May have got him even on the chin. Let's see.
Ooh.
6'7", the wingspan on O'Neal Cruz is pretty significant.
Home plate umpire Sean Barber buying him a little extra time. Cruz extended his career-high hitting streak to 12 straight games in the 4th inning with a base hit to right, then stole his 7th base of the young season. He's in the hole 0-2. Snap throw to first. Davis back.
Well, you'd love to see this lead expand to 6-1, 7-1. So maybe you could continue to give your higher leverage guys a breather down there. You got a long week ahead of us with 4 games here against the Nationals and then 3 against the Rays.
Runner goes. Pitch taken for a ball. Stolen base for Henry Davis.
And I think Don Kelly's thinking the same thing. Push the envelope a little bit here. One run right here is very important to extend this. Maybe stay a little less away from Soto or Santana if you can, or even Matson.
First steal for Henry Davis this season. 6th career steal at the big league level for the Pirates catcher. Cruz walked with the bases loaded in the 2nd, giving him 14 runs batted in. Came in 6th in the National League in ribbies. And he tops this ball foul. Cruz came in 5th in the National League in hitting with a .339 average. Tied for 2nd in homers with 5. Jordan Walker, the Cardinals, leads the senior circuit with 7. Drake Baldwin of the Braves, Andy Pajes of the Dodgers, each with 17 runs batted in to lead the National League. And Cruz picked up his 14th. He is in as good a place, regardless of how this at-bat ends up here, but he's in as good a place as we've seen him. Cruz, confident, seeing the ball. 3-2 the count, and he's aboard again. Again, a reminder, this Friday, Pirates unveil their City Connect uniforms, hosting the Tampa Bay Rays on Fireworks Night, 6:45. Don't miss this on-the-field debut of the City Connect uniforms, taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Brandon Lau, of course, will be going up against his former teammates, and A.J. Burnett going to be here, Batman, plus Fireworks Night.
Just another nice at bat by O'Neal Cruz right there. More traffic on the base paths. Now you got to deal with the heart of the order for the 4th time here for the Nationals.
0-2. Second inning of work for Rutledge. Pirates looking to add on As Neil said, stay away from the high-level guys out of the bullpen. Oh, 0-2 the count on Lau. 2-run second inning single. That trade winner getting Lau, Jake Mangum, and Mason Montgomery. 3-team deal. Houston Astros involved. They got Mike Burrows, who pitches tonight for Houston. Another foul. In fact, he pitched, I should say, today. The final score as the Mariners beat the Houston Astros 6-2. The Stros are really in a free fall right now early in the season. And Mike Burrows, he'll get it going, but he's been struggling so far as early going with the Stros. He gave up 6 runs in 6 innings on 11 hits. He's got a 6.55 ERA for Houston. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brandon Lau. Ground ball, base hit into right field. Henry Davis will be held, and the bases are loaded with bucks for Brian Reynolds.
There you go. Another nice at bat. Brandon Lau fights off a couple of tough pitches. Finally gets one he can handle in the middle part of the zone. The slider, he just shoots it through that 4-hole. Hit it too hard for Henry Davis to score from second base. Nonetheless, bases loaded, nobody out. Now you really got this Nationals team on the ropes.
Simon Matthews, the pitching coach, out to talk to Jackson Rutledge. His first appearance this season at the big league level. Bases loaded with buccos. It's Henry Davis, who singled, O'Neill Cruz at second, and Brandon Lau at first. Reynolds 1 for 2 and has been hit by a pitch. Three career grannies. Last one came July of 2024 against the Mets. And Rutledge, by the way, gave up 16 home runs in relief last year in 73 innings. That's a bunch. Check swing and a strike. 0-2.
2 well-placed fastballs, both painted on the inner half.
Marcell Ozuna talking to Connor Griffin. 0-2 the count. And line drive right field, base hit. That gets down and heads into the corner. At least 2 will score. Brandon Lau going to be waved home. Brian Reynolds headed to third base. He's there with a triple, and the Pirates have opened up an 8-1 lead in the 6th inning here at PNC Park.
Just what the doctor ordered, Greg. Really nice at bat by Brian Reynolds right there. 2 really tough pitches to start off this at bat. Shortens up, gets a hanging breaking ball, hanging changeup, pulls it down the line. Almost gets all the way down the corner, but Brandon Lau, you see him right there. Good secondary, he's off to the races, knows he's got to book it to score from first with the ball down that line, and just in time.
And now a high fly ball, Ryan O'Hearn, deep center field, and off the wall. O'Hearn into second base with a double. That close to being a 2-run dinger. Pirates lead 9-1.
Oh, they're smelling blood in the water now, Greg. Keep pouring it on. Just misses a home run, Ryan O'Hearn does, by about 5 feet. He's going to get the runner in regardless. Exactly what you want to see at the start of a 7-game homestand.
Oh. Jacob Young going up. Yeah. Cohen's out in full force. Even Jared Jones getting in on the act. Nick York now at the plate. 9-1 Pirates. Nick York, the only Pirate Yet to reach.
Go, Hammer. Get ready, baby. Pow!
Back to the mound. A quick look to second. And the first out of the 6th inning. O'Hearn doubled off the wall in center.
And we talked so much, Greg, coming into this season about what things would look like if these Pirates could go from, I believe it was 3.6 runs on average game last year to just over 4. And we've already seen, I believe, this is the 6th game this season in 15 or 16, including today, that they've scored 5 or more runs.
Jeez. They've scored at least 7 in every one of Skeens' starts. Skips up there to Horwitz. Say Urquidy. This actually would make sense with a substantial lead. You don't want, 7-1 or 9-1 now.
Yeah.
Skeens has pitched well. He's 88 pitches. Why send him back out there? That would make sense.
And I think if you can get 2 innings out of Urquidy right here, if Paul Skeens does indeed, if his day is indeed done, I should say, or even maybe 3, maybe you can get 3 innings out of him, or 2 and 1 from somebody else. That's a victory in itself after the bullpen usage this past weekend.
3-1 count on Horwitz. And a base hit for Horwitz the other way. 1st and 3rd.
Horwitz has 3 straight at bats, recent base, the homer in the 3rd, solo shot, walk in the 5th, and now just punches this ball through the 6 hole. He's not afraid to let the ball get deep, even though this is an off-speed pitch. He knows anything basically straight up shortstop's going to be a hit.
Brad Lord in the bullpen for the Washington Nationals.
Go ahead on it. Go. One elbow up.
And the other way for Connor Griffin. RBI single for the 19-year-old rookie. Pirates take a 10-1 lead. 5th ribby for Connor Griffin.
How fun is this, Greg? Huh?
A lot.
I mean,
Or Steve Blass might say it's not too fun, it's 10 fun.
10 fun. Another opposite field hit.
And that's going to be it for Rutledge. Getting whacked around here. Connor Griffin sees him a 2nd time. Talk about how impressive it's been to watch Connor Griffin make in-game adjustments. Seeing Rutledge a 2nd time. Goes the other way with the opposite field single to score O'Hearn. That will be it for Rutledge. Pirates coasting 10-1. See? It looked, I don't know, could you tell what they were chatting? Osuna kind of demonstrating he's dipping his shoulder a little bit there.
He may have been, talking to him. He may have saw something along the lines of, you seem a little stiff. Make sure you're loose up there and you're not getting too pool happy. Make no mistake, these veteran guys, you see Brad Lord enter this game for the 6th time this season, 3.75 ERA, 9 strikeouts in 12 innings. It's going to be significant as the season goes along. It's never easy for a young guy to adjust to hitting, especially in the big leagues. You haven't faced guys, whether it's approach-based stuff or whether he sees something. Sometimes guys just need to relax and they don't realize they're gripping the bat a little tighter or their shoulders have some tension in them. You got to be loose up at the plate.
10th man to bat in the, or 9th man to bat in the inning. A 10-1 lead. Brad Lord. Pitcher number 4. And again, as Neil said, you'd love to see this in the first game of a series, especially a 4-game series, to get to their bullpen early. And Mangum walks to load them up.
Second time today the Pirates have hit through the order. They did in the second inning and scored 4 runs. Now here in the 6th, looking to add on as Henry Davis started this inning with the walk, or a single and a stolen base.
Davis doesn't have a grand slam yet in his career. Ball 1, Brad Lord walks the first man he faces. Davis walked his first time up against the starter Cavalli. So on base twice, 2 runs scored. Officially 1 for 2. 10 runs, 11 hits for the Pirates. So if it stays in play, Garcia, yes. And foul ground, the first baseman for the second out. And it brings up O'Neal Cruz.
O'Neal's had a nice day so far today. A walk in the second and came around to score. Actually, a walk that scored a run. And a single and a stolen base in the 4th, and a walk in the 6th and came around to score in the same inning, I'm sorry.
Line drive right field, and it is going to be off the Clemente wall. Hit it too hard. It's going to be a 2-run single for O'Neal Cruz. Wow. It is 12-1 Pirates.
Might have to check the fence after this one, Greg. This one almost went through that chain link fence.
114 miles an hour.
Holy smokes.
Oh. 3 more RBIs. 16 ribbies. O'Neal Cruz wanting that ball to get up. My goodness. Oh. Smiles all the way around. Brandon Lau at the plate. Cruz on base for a 4th straight time. One ball, 1 strike on Brandon Lau. He had a 2-run single in the second. Remember, it was a bases loaded walk to Cruz in that second inning that tied the game at 1. Two balls, 1 strike. Brad Lord follows Jackson Rutledge. 2-2 on Lau. Hitting coach Matt Haig with Connor Griffin. All kinds of knowledge on that bench, soaking it all in. Two and 2 on Lau. Checks. 3-2. Fun night here. A 7 spot, and they're not done yet. A dozen runs on the night. 3-2. And there's a drive to right field by Brandon Lau, and clear the deck. Another cannonball for Bam Bam. Lau with his 6th of the season. It's a laugher at PNC Park. 2 home runs at Wrigley yesterday for Brandon Lau.
They come in bunches. This was a terrific at bat by Brandon Lau. 104.5 off the bat. And he's telling Cruz, hey man, you got to get that thing up. You got to lift that thing a little bit more. And Lau, he's just so good at getting leverage in his swing. Leaves no doubt about this one. Pirates pouring it on.
Welders and cones everywhere. (15-1). How you liking your Buccos now? The 2026 Pirates, the new look Bucks. Diving stop by Abrams. On to first, fires it past first.
Still busting it down the line. Brian Reynolds. We know he goes hard all the time. CJ Abrams makes a terrific play to get to this ball. Just can't complete the play. Look at this, out in front too. Brandon Lau stays on it the entire time.
This is what we envisioned, the Pirates envisioned with Lau, that left-handed swing in this yard. Another example of it. Connor Griffin hoisting the cone. That's 3 homers in 2 days for Brandon Lau. Now 6 on the season for the Pirates second baseman, which puts him second behind Jordan Walker in the National League. 5 more ribbies for him tonight. 14 RBIs for Lau. This is pitch number 48 this inning. The Nationals stepped right in this series after sweeping the Brewers in Milwaukee. They're in the midst of a stretch of 17 games in 17 days.
Greg, and I think a bigger note, we saw this in Chicago, just the traffic that the Pirates have been able to build up on the base paths game in and game out has been very noticeable. And what a terrific inning. Best inning of the year for these Buccos. Brandon Lau with a big 3-run home run. The cones are out.
A 10-run 6th. That'll do it for Mr. Skeens. Thank you very much. Pirates leading at 15-1. This Pirates pitching change presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change Service. You can see experts you can trust, and maybe a 3-inning save for Jose Urquidy in the works.
Yesterday's game, as you mentioned, Greg, 5 1/3 so far this season, 3.38 ERA, 6 strikeouts.
Bunch of changes for the Pirates. Billy Cook comes on to spell O'Neill Cruz. Nick York goes from third to right. Nick Gonzalez comes in to play third. And Curtis Mead, pinch hitter for C.J. Abrams, swings and misses. Paul Skeens well on his way to his 3rd straight victory as he goes 6 innings. Gives up the 1-run, the home run to Abrams in the 1st. Shortstop Connor Griffin on the backhand and on to first. 1 down. Paul Skeens, StatCast powered by Google Cloud. The changeup was his pitch tonight. 32 of them. 10 whiffs.
Look where they're located. Outside of that one, up and away in the strike zone. Almost all of them are in spots that are going to be very difficult for especially left-handed hitters to handle.
Base hit for Dalen Lyle. The line, 88 pitches, 60 for strikes, 6 innings, that 1 hit. He walked 1 and struck out 6. He surpassed 400 Ks in his career now. And his ERA down to 4. Took a real beating, of course, opening day. Continues to plummet. And he should start Saturday.
Can't we just subtract it?
Yeah, just take that game out. Yep. Should get a mulligan, right? Breakfast
one.
ball?
Just one.
Talking to Steven Morales, Pirates coach. And Marcell Osuna again on the other side. It would be interesting to find out what Griffin gleaned from that conversation with Marcell Osuna. What a different looking Pirates team this is. 26 bucks.
Strike 3.
"15 runs, 14 hits. Cruz leaves after going 2 for 3, scores 3, drives in 3, walks twice. Fly ball left. If it's fair, it's gone. And it's gone. Home run for Jacob Young is his second. Makes it a 15-3 ball game.
Nothing else, you know you're going to come in here. Oh my, right on right, hanging changeup as you see that ball leave Urquidy's hands. And those can go a long way. Young's able to keep this fair. More than that, throw strikes, fill the strike zone. Sometimes these are tough spots to pitch, Greg, because guys are free swinging up there. And you're doing everything you can not to walk hitters.
Yeah, worst thing in the world is walking guys. So he's just pumping strikes in there, but looking for more quality strikes. Base hit for Jose Tena. You can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com or scan the QR code. Anyone in SNP's territory can sign up to watch direct-to-consumer or log in with your current provider and get direct access to live Pirates games plus all of the Pittsburgh sports content you love. The other way for Vivas. A double. Second and third.
And again, free swinging right here. These Nats hitters.
Mangum getting that ball quickly and getting it in. Bill Murphy.
Was he sprinting out there?
It sure looks like a sprint, doesn't it? Different atmosphere here. Doesn't feel the need to slow things down for the veteran Urquidy, but does have some thoughts about what he might see. say Urquidy was the losing pitcher yesterday at Wrigley, giving up the RBI single to Carson Kelly. A little weird for Urquidy to be pitching back-to-back games. The former Houston Astros starting pitcher. He's never done this before. Another hit. And this looks like it'll bring in 2, or will it? Yeah, boy. What a dangerous send. And Victor Esteves down a whole bunch of runs, but Vivas scores on the 2-run single by Nasim Nunez. And unfortunately, the Pirates are going to have to get somebody up in their bullpen.
Just catching too much plate. Kind of an aggressive send, to be honest with you.
Yeah. (15-5). Keibert Ruiz now. It is Evan Sisk. He's joined the team today from AAA Indianapolis. It's Nick York for the second out. Two-run single for Nasim Nunez. And big James Wood. Seven-game hitting streak. They had National League's Player of the Week. And what a week for him. 4 home runs, 26 at bats, 7 walks. Tonight, a walk sandwiched between the 2 strikeouts. Skeens punched out 6.
Come on, baby.
And there's 2 strikes, 2 and 2. Here we have a birthday wish. Steve Pierce, the former Pirate, celebrating a birthday today.
Stephen Wayne Pierce. Happy birthday.
Terry Rogers, social media
Happy birthday,
guru
Terry.
for the Pirates. Mikey Welsh is celebrating a birthday today back in our studios.
Wonderful.
Big birthday day today. Lorenzo Cain, Hunter Pence, Wes Chamberlain, Ricardo Rincon, the former Pirate. Birthday celebration there with the Conants. Oh, and our esteemed producer, Adam Elmore.
Adam Elmore.
Happy birthday, Adam. Doug Strange, celebrating a birthday today. Former Pirate, and with the worked in the Scouts for many years, Pirates. 3 and 2. Ground ball and another hit. The fans not thrilled with this. And Don Kelly not either. Really wanting Urquidy to, was hoping to get 2, maybe 3 out of him. Now hoping to get an inning perhaps, and Garcia Jr. likely going to be his last batter, at least of this inning. 9th man to hit. Got the first guy, the pinch hitter Curtis Mead. And he's given up 6 hits. A 4-run 7th, and they've got runners at the corners. The ever popular changeup.
Right. Punches jump out. Go. Swing.
Oh, 0-2 the count. Bouncing ball third. Nick Gonzalez to first. Seed, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP, and by Barrel Automotive, driven to be better. Cones. Taking Pittsburgh by storm. The Cone Heads 15-5. Pirates lead it. Orlando Ribalta, the new pitcher now. One of 2 that came up today from the minors. Curtis Mead stays in the game at second. There's Nick York trying to get on the hit parade. The only Pirate not to reach, the only one of the starting 9. Jacob Young moves to right. Joey Weimer is now in the ball game. And Garcia gives chase, as does Weimer.
There's numbers for Ribalta last season. 22 games, 7 ERA, 25 Ks in just 24 and a third innings.
Center field, Nick York. And in right center field, catch made. Spencer Horwitz. Horwitz homered in the third. Opposite field single his last time up. On base 3 times, 2 runs scored.
Go Hammer!
That home run leading off the third inning, his first with the Pirates this season. Historic night for Brandon Lau, who drives in 5 runs for the 2nd consecutive game. That's never been done before since RBIs became an official stat in 1920. Brandon Lau, there he is. Yesterday, 2 homers, 5 ribbies at Wrigley. Tonight, a homer, 3 hits, 5 RBIs. Back-to-back 5 RBI games. Now, the Pirates have had players drive in 10 in a 2-game span, but not 5 and 5. Adam Heisdu back in 2002 had back-to-back games totaling 11 ribbies. Jim Morrison, 1986. Ralph Kiner did it twice. Johnny Rizzo, Pied Traynor. Gonna pop up. Oh, that was almost a disaster for them. And brings up Connor Griffin, who just last time up delivered an RBI single. And tonight, Neil, he strikes out in his 5th inning at bat. Then he goes down, has a conversation with Marcell Ozuna, discussing something. And then next time up after the conversation, the base hit to drive in the run, and acknowledges Ozuna.
Yeah, we obviously don't know what the conversation was. What I'm seeing is just a little tension. Gripping the bat a little tight. Shoulders maybe a little stiff. In the box, you just gotta relax. And he wouldn't have been able to hit that pitch way off the plate, down and away, especially the right field, if he wasn't loose. And that might have been what Marcell was talking to him about.
0-1 count, and I know Hannah talked to both Griffin and Marcell Ozuna back in spring training in Bradenton about this relationship. Hannah?
Well, Bronny, these conversations have started back in spring training. I constantly saw Connor Griffin going over to Ozuna's locker before and after games, clearly valuing his perspective. I'm curious to see how those conversations, though, have evolved now that KG's getting some time here in the big leagues. But let's not forget, KG talks a lot about emulating Ronald Acuna Jr., someone Ozuna knows quite a bit about.
Yeah, that's a good point. As Griffin. MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 in the U.S. and select out-of-market games every week. Plus live radio broadcasts of every game, game day 3D, big inning, and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. Here's Evan Sisk, his 2026 Pirate debut.
For Sisk, we saw him up here at the big leagues last year. 19 games. 3.75 ERA, 17 2/3, and 25 strikeouts. Side one and lefty, tough at bat for both lefties and righties, especially lefties coming from this angle. Take a look.
Year-old Evan Sisk picked up by the Pirates. Bailey Falter trade with the Royals, and he would end up appearing in 14 games with the Pirates at a 4.38 ERA. It's been a rough go for Bailey Falter since being traded from the Pirates. He's on the injured list again currently. Third base. And Nicky G, one down. Nick Gonzalez over at third.
Ooh.
What did it hit there?
It looked like
something
sand,
came up, didn't it? Yeah.
Kicked up, but the ball stayed down.
Yeah.
Nice adjustment by Nick.
Go.
$14 games with the Pirates last year for Sisk. Made his major league debut last season with Kansas City. (28 years old, Sisk. Selection by the Cardinals in the 2018 draft. First of 7 on this homestand. Game 2 tomorrow night on a pup night. Mitch Keller against longtime Cardinal Miles Michaelis tomorrow. This Pirates offense busting out a 10-run 6th inning. There's Miles Michaelis. Line drive base hit for Dalen Lyle. It's his second hit.
Yeah, back-to-back hits. Last 2 at-bats for Lyle. Good young-looking player that you hear very little about, but he's hitting 4th in this order, and it looks to be very promising.
The center fielder Jacob Young homered in the 7th inning off of Urquidy. These Nationals came in 3rd in the National League in hitting behind the Dodgers and Braves. Skeens went 6, gave up 1 run on 1 hit.
Come on, baby.
A rough outing for Urquidy. 4 runs, 6 hits. Center field, Billy Cook. 2 away in the 8th. So the last time the Pirates scored 10 runs in an inning, July the 9th, 2017 at Wrigley Field, they scored 10 first inning runs against the Cubs. Last time they scored 10 or more at home in an inning, got to go back to May of 2009, when they scored 10 against the Colorado Rockies in the 7th inning here at PNC Park that game. Look out, and Jose Tena gets plunked. And so put 2 aboard now in the 8th.
They get him.
Ouch.
Man, looks like the ribs. Knocked the wind out of him.
See if he stays in here. He will. DH Jose Tena stays in the ballgame now. Jorit Vivas. 15 runs, 14 hits for the Pirates. 5 runs, 8 hits for the Nationals. Skeens went 6, gave up 1 run on 1 hit, 1 walk as this ball gets away. There goes a pass ball. A 2-0 count. And Sisk falls behind 3 balls, no strikes.
I got to say of note, I think Sean Barber behind home plate has done a terrific job tonight. No ABS challenges from either side. Got to give credit where credit's due.
Wow, 4-pitch walk. Sisk in AAA Indianapolis this season with the Indians 7 2/3, 1 earned, but did walk 7, 2 of them intentionally, with 14 strikeouts at AAA Indianapolis, and Bill Murphy goes out. Well, one thing for sure, it's no doubt that Sisk, well, they want to get at least this, and if not the 9th. They'd hope to get Urquidy to give them 2. That didn't happen.
Yeah, you don't want to have to use 4
No,
pitchers total.
Not in this game.
In a game like this, especially after the usage this weekend. I mean, when you look to Greg, I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, You have 5 guys that have 7 or more appearances out of the bullpen for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we're in game 16. You don't love that trend.
Now, one thing you could do, there is a rule that baseball allows if you're up by 10 or more in the 9th inning, you can, if you're winning, you can pitch a position player. I don't know that they're at that point yet. They needed it. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Strike him out.
Center field, Cook. Nunez is retired, and they leave the bases loaded. Well, game 2 of this 4-game series against the Nationals tomorrow night. Mitch Keller on the mound for the Bucks against veteran Miles Michaelis. Coverage for that one will start here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh at 5:30. There's Miles Michaelis. Mitch Keller off to a great start for the Pirates. Joey Weimer, the position player.
Lovely.
Jose 10 of the DH. He's now in left. So they bring Weimer in from right. He had just been out there last inning. Dalen Lyle moves from left to right. And it's Jake Mangum. Always tough for the batters here. What do you do, right, with a position player? Feel like everybody should get a hit against him.
Well, you're hoping, number one, that the pitcher will throw it just somewhere near the plate. And you want to just hit something on the barrel if you're the hitter and get out of there, because this is no fun really for anybody.
Tell you what, you love the pace. Weimer does.
Yeah, you appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And Weimer's going to retire Mangum.
A slider.
Mangum on base twice tonight. A hit and a walk, 2 runs scored. And now Henry Davis has also scored a pair of runs. First time Joey Weimer's ever pitched in a game. Oh, and he decides to throw the old blooper pitch. And Henry Davis whacks that one into left.
The old Ephus pitch, Greg.
But who was that Pirate that threw that pitch? Oh my gosh. Oh, how can I not? There's the hit off the slider. That was 60. Must have looked like 120 coming in. Oh, who threw the Ephus pitch for the Pirates years ago? Rip Sewell. Thank you, Truck. Yep. And a base hit the other way for Billy Cook.
Well, I wonder what protocol would be here now, you know, with ABS challenges. What do you think?
No, you're not allowed to. Yeah. Baseball put that rule in. No challenges for position players pitching. Wow, Lau with a shot here.
Oh, my.
He's already in the Pirate record book. 5 RBIs, back-to-back games. By the way, this is the 8th game in PNC Park history with at least 15 runs on the board for the Pirates. ...2005 against Tampa. And again in 2019 against Tampa. The Chicago Cubs were on the receiving end of an 18-run ball game. This ball's out of play. Joey Bart comes out on deck to bat for Reynolds. With this game well in hand, Pirates leading 15-5 and 16 hits so far. And Lau hit by the pitch. That's not fun in this kind of a ball game. You don't want that. Not that he's trying to. I'm just saying Lau doesn't. As you said, nobody wins in these situations.
Hey. I think he tried to throw him a knuckleball. He sure did.
Wow. Joey Bart, the last position player left, and if Don Kelly decided to use a position player to pitch, Bart could do that. There's a fly ball to left and a sacrifice fly. Makes it 16-5.
Oh, that would have been quite a way to get your first homer of the year.
Nick Gonzalez.
There it is.
Oh, brother. First at bat for Gonzalez.
Not sure what to do.
Got enough time to get out of the way, and there's the old Ephus or Knuckler, whatever that was. Whatever he's trying to throw. I don't know what they're calling these pitches officially. 2-0. Oh, the fans enjoying that one. 35 miles an hour, the Ephus. Can't challenge. Oh my gosh. That might set their record. Bases loaded. Do you remember if you ever hit against a position player, Neil?
Yeah.
You did?
I bet probably a handful of times, 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's just the worst.
It used to be such a rare occurrence in baseball.
Yeah.
Here's Nick York.
Nick York, the only guy not to.
Yeah, the only guy without a hit. Jeez. 0 for 5. York's been on fire lately and really earning that third base position. In the air to right.
There's always one guy, Greg, in a lineup. Unfortunately tonight it's Nick York, but nonetheless 16-5 going into the last half.
The future. The strikeouts tonight, Paul Skeens with 6 of them in his 6 innings. He's going to go to 3-1 on the year. 3 more outs to get. It is Evan Sisk. Facing Keibert Ruiz. Sisk put up a scoreless 8th. Well, there aren't many laughers in the course of a baseball season. It's fun to have them.
When you're on the winning side of it, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah. There's that 10 spot in the 6th. Ruiz. Here's the first out in the 9th.
Nice changeup right here from Sisk.
Joey Wiemer gets a rousing ovation. The pitcher.
That is awesome.
Wiemer had 3 hits opening day. Reached base 4 times. Well, pitchers aren't supposed to hit.
He doesn't get cheated.
No. Two outs. Popped out of play. Pirates going to go to 10-6 on the year. Strike two. One more strike, it would be an immaculate inning.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Struck out Ruiz on 3, Weimer on 3, and now Sisk. What a way to end it. Can he make it an immaculate inning? 0-2. Oh. Oh, challenge it. Good idea, Henry. Henry's aware. Why not? Yeah, he knows.
Catcher challenging the ball call.
It's not close,
I don't
but
think it's close.
no. Well, a bit closer than I thought.
Pittsburgh will have one remaining.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Appreciate the effort.
Yeah, no immaculate inning. One ball, two strikes. And raise the Jolly Roger on a jolly good night to start this homestand. Brandon Lau, 5 more ribbies, another homer. What a night for the Bucks, a 16-hit attack.
Yeah, Paul Skeens in control all evening in his 6 innings pitched. And 2 big innings for the Pirates, 4 runs in the 4th. As you see these two laughing.
Henry Davis saying, you know, you had an immaculate inning. Sisk wasn't aware.
And then that big 10-run 6th inning. And a solo shot by Spencer Horowitz in the 3rd. Give you 16 runs with 1 extra thrown in there in the 8th inning. Good night, good start to this homestand, Greg.
Yeah. What a night. What a team. The Pirates go to 10-6. And in terms of